Hi there, in this quick video we'll be taking a look at this my project spark plug spanner. I need to change the spark plugs in my A4 B8 and I remembered I actually also have this thing, so I am going to be using this to untighten the plugs themselves and remove the old ones, and also partially install the new ones, but then by the end of it I will be torquing them with this, which is a separate video. So yeah, if you want to see a bit more info, yeah, I think wrong language for you here. Is there any English? Nope, no English. So it tells us it has a double joint, and what else? This is rubber, the green part, and it also has a rubber ring. Let me give you more light in here. Hopefully you can see that. So it holds on to the spark plug. You can get it out much easier, and I think I bumped into the camera, so sorry about that. About 230 millimeters long, and it's for 16 millimeter plugs. There are different types of plugs, but normally for your average car 16 millimeter is the size for these fellows. So yeah, no more no less, let's go to the car and have a go. And we are near the engine now. Removed the coils and now lowering this thing onto the spark plugs. Is the wall too thick for my engine? That would be a big problem. That would be a really big problem, because the other one probably also is similar. Or nah, it went down. I just needed to push it a bit, so it's really freaking tight. Yeah, it's going down. Okay, now how tight are these fellows? We'll see. You know what, it is tight, but not extremely tight. So okay, hopefully we are going to be seeing in any moment now the first spark plug. And again, they haven't been changed in a really long time. Weirdly enough, engine was still running absolutely perfectly. No sign of old sparks not firing properly or something. Are we not done with the thread yet? Now we are. They are not looking bad, are they? I don't know if they are supposed to have the oil that they have right here on the thread, but the end of it, I don't think it's that bad, is it? Maybe somebody knows more. And yes, before doing this, I did clean as much as I could the inside of this hole, so I can basically put the new one in there without issues directly. Only this oil, I don't know if it's supposed to be there or not. Okay, put the new plug in here. This is as clean as I was comfortable making it without risking anything. Yes, camera will not focus on the bottom of it, but it is what it is. Shouldn't have anything where this tightens, and shouldn't have oil on the thread anymore, I hope. So yeah, lower this in place easily. Don't damage anything. For me it's a bit harder because I'm also filming. Up. And find the thread and only loosely tighten it, because we will torque it as it needs to be torqued. And now I need to do this 3 more times, and at the end we will torque all of them. For the last one I'm actually using something else to undo it. I was pulling really strong on this. I don't think it will break even if I rotate it stronger, but that one is much tighter than the other 3. Much tighter. I couldn't budge it up until now, so I didn't want to damage this. Leave some metal residue in there. Most likely it will not get damaged, but if I have something even beefier, I'm going to use that just to be extra sure. This one is not happy, squeaking all the way, so something happened in here. Not even now. I hope somebody didn't cross-thread this thing. Now we can switch back to the tool. If it's cross-threaded, that's gonna be a world of pain. But I think it just somehow tightened a lot by itself, or somebody maybe at a point in time changed them and torqued them by hand, which is not normal and not good, but who knows. Still not finished the thread. I'm anxious to see if it's all okay in there. Still not finished. How much thread is there? And now we are finished. No, it's not cross-threaded, just oily. And it's kind of done. So this tool performed as best as I could have expected. Yes, the last one I didn't untighten with it, just because I didn't want to damage the tool and risk anything. But I think it would have actually worked also. Seems fairly decent build quality. So now I just need to torque all of them to 25 Newton meters. And that's about it for this fellow. It has done its job perfectly. If you don't want to torque to spec, although you should, you can get away without using something like this and only use this from start to finish. Yes, for that one plug I didn't want to risk damage my tool. Honestly, they were not changed when they should have been changed, so that one was really freaking stuck in there. I needed to put a bit of force even with this huge thing, and just think about it, where the center is on this one and how much more torque you can put with this, apart comparing with this thing, obviously straight. And it also allows you a bit of interesting angles. So yeah, quite a nice tool. I would recommend you get one of these, but make sure you buy the proper one for the cars that you intend to work on. I think they come in various sizes at Lidl and Kaufland, obviously, from time to time. So make sure just that you get what you need. But for me, it has done its job. Thickness of the wall is what it should be, so no concerns in there. For torquing, again, I used this fellow and this with some adapters, so I torqued exactly to what I needed. But maybe on different cars, some people don't want to do that and directly use this and be done with it. Or maybe on some other equipment that has spark plugs and it's not so sensitive as a modern car engine. And yeah, that's about it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Check out my other videos, subscribe to the channel, it does help a lot, and as always, see you in the next one.